All right, guys. So now we're gonna take some of this leftover steak we had. We're gonna make a nice little toast out of it, all right? So first things first, let's kick on our heat, medium low, all right? Good amount of fat in there because we're gonna toast a nice piece of bread. We're gonna do a combination of some olive oil and some butter. All right. Still don't have a bread knife, so gotta use the chef's knife, and please be careful. And as this is coming up to temp, you wanna throw that bread in there. All right, we're gonna toast it on both sides. As that's toasting, we are going to get the rest of the stuff ready. So, a couple things. One, a little bit of sour cream, okay? In that sour cream, we're gonna grate some horseradish. And this is fresh horseradish. If you're using already prepared, the stuff that you buy at the store in vinegar, you can obviously use less because that one's a little bit more fortified of a flavor because it's soaking in acid. With that, we're gonna put the smallest little bit of raw garlic because we want this to have a kick. Take a lemon, cut a little bit off this lemon, just like that, just so that there's a little bit of lemon flesh in there. You can get some nice acid in there. Next, some mint, all right? We're gonna take a little bit of mint here. Some of these nice little smaller leaves we're gonna throw into another container here that's got some arugula in it, because that's gonna go on there as well. With this mint, I'm gonna cut this guy in half, stack them on top of each other, and go with a really nice fine slice. That's gonna go in here as well. Let's check this, because I could smell it doing its thing. See that? That's when you know it's time to flip. Get it in that fat, just like that. All right, I'm gonna turn this guy off. Scallions, all right? I love scallions. I think it's one of the most underutilized types of veggies. What I'm gonna do is, I'm actually gonna use the whites because the green's gonna be for something else later. On these whites, thin slice, that's gonna go in here too. In here, good amount of some sea salt, nice bit of pepper in here, a little bit of olive oil. That makes the sauce, right? So we're gonna give this a nice little stir. One more salt. One more horseradish. So I'm gonna probably do the rest of this in here. Bread's toasted. Now if you listen, you know it's toasted because toasted, right? Take your garlic. Rub this garlic on the outside. This bread, this toast is now called fettunta. This is the original garlic bread. It wasn't with butter and all that other stuff. If you want, go both sides. All right, just like that. Now we have this beautiful rare steak that we cooked earlier. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit and get some of this fat off because I'm not a huge fan of a lot of fat on steak, and I just dropped it on the ground and fantastic. Now you're gonna take this meat and you're gonna slice pretty thin. All right, because the last thing you want is big, thick piece of meat when you're making this guy nice and sexy. So let's start first with the toast. Now I'm gonna do something. It's gonna make our life easier later to eat. You get 2 cuts like this, right? And you take that, you place that on the plate so it's easier to grab after. I'm gonna take a little bit of this beautiful horseradish sauce. It's got all tons of flavors in there, right on top. Like this. All right, sea salt on top. A few more dollops of this horseradish cream. In here, I have a little bit of arugula, touch of salt, a little bit of olive oil, smallest squeeze of a lemon, just enough to get some acid going in there. All right, give that a nice little toss. This beautiful salad is gonna go on top just like this. My favorite part. A little bit of oil on top, a little bit on the plate. And then you take this horseradish and you let it snow right on top. And you got a nice little leftover steak toast, just like that.